If you want to guarantee that you're going to regret your writing life, make sure you do these 10 things. Number 1, never ever ever write for yourself. Make sure you write only to please other people. And most likely you want to try to make as many people happy with your writing as possible. Be sure that you never offend anybody. I mean, if it's possible that you may offend somebody, then you absolutely must change your writing so that you don't offend anybody and that you make everybody happy that reads your work. That is the best way to regret your writing life. Number 2 way to make sure you regret your writing life is to prioritize immediate gratification. You certainly don't want to plan and spend time, perhaps years, building a writing career that you can feel good about. No, that's not the way to go. You want to prioritize instant gratification. So that means create a book with AI and throw it out there, or make sure that you write a book as fast as you can and don't get it edited or anything. Just publish it really fast, because that way you get the immediate gratification of having it out there on the website where somebody can see it. There's really no sense in building a platform on your email list, because who cares anyway? I mean, this isn't about gaining readers or creating a platform that you can feel proud of. Immediate gratification is all that matters. Write really fast, throw something out there. Just do what feels good in the moment. Number 3 way to make sure you absolutely regret your writing life is to refuse to take personal responsibility for your career. Blame everybody else, anybody else, the editors, the publishers, the agents, the readers, the publishing industry, the way things are right now, your family, your friends, your job. Blame anything. I mean, there's a lot of options out there for things that you can blame. Certainly don't take responsibility for building a platform, for making sure readers know about what you've put out there. It's always best to have a mindset that makes you feel as absolutely powerless as possible. So make sure that you never take responsibility, blame everybody else for whatever's going wrong. 4th way to make sure you absolutely regret your writing life is not to take care of yourself. Don't exercise, don't eat right. I mean, just sit in front of the computer for hours on end and snack on unhealthy stuff. Make sure you're drinking a lot of soda, eating a lot of sugar, processed foods, chips. Why bother working out? You don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to take the dog for the walk. Just sit in front of the computer, sit. Make sure that you're scrolling and you're looking at social media and you're not taking care of yourself. Don't refill the creative well. Don't go, expose yourself to other artistic things that may inspire you. Don't do anything that makes you feel happy. Don't do anything that makes you feel motivated. Don't do anything that makes you healthy. That's all not worth your time. 5th way to make sure you absolutely regret your writing life is to have nothing else in your life that's important to you. Do nothing else but focus on your writing, your author platform. That should be all that matters to you. You shouldn't have any other hobbies that you engage in. You shouldn't be spending time with family and friends. None of that stuff to kind of balance out your life and make you more mentally healthy. You don't want to worry about any of that. Just writing is the only thing that should matter to you. Don't worry about doing anything else that might spark creativity in your brain. Just continue to focus on writing and only writing and nothing else. The 6th way to make sure you absolutely regret your writing life is to be sure to listen very carefully to your self-doubt and imposter syndrome. You don't want to do anything that triggers these guys. So if you start doubting yourself or you feel like you got imposter syndrome, then put the brakes on whatever you're doing. Certainly when self-doubt comes around, if you're about to publish something, then don't publish it. I mean, don't do anything that scares you or makes you worry that maybe people won't like what you put out there, because that makes you doubt yourself and you never want to do that. You just want to sit in your comfortable little writing nook and never grow at all, so that you never challenge yourself and never feel doubt or imposter syndrome. 7th way to make sure you absolutely regret your writing life is to live for reviews and sales. They are all that matters. If you're not making lots of money from your writing, then you need to maybe not do it at all. It certainly doesn't matter if writing is fulfilling for you or if you're growing as a writer. No. If your first book doesn't go out there and sell billions of copies and make you all kinds of money so you can buy your own personal island, then why bother with any of this? It just doesn't make any sense. All that matters is lofty reviews and lots of money. If you're not getting that, then probably don't want to bother at all. The 8th way to make sure that you absolutely regret your writing life is to not read my book, Your Writing Matters, because your writing probably doesn't matter. And when you question that, then you absolutely should nurture those questions so that hopefully eventually you will quit. It's not important to delve into why you're writing. I mean, who cares? It might be motivating, but that's not where you want to put your attention. It's much better to live in indecision. You don't know why you're writing. You don't know if you should. You don't know if this is something that you're made to do. You don't know if you have the talent for it. So there's no sense in finding answers to that, which you could do in my book, Your Writing Matters. It's just much better to continue to question all these things as you kind of start and stop on your way forward. The ninth way to make sure you regret your writing life is to listen to what everybody else says about your decision to even be a writer, particularly family and friends. So if your family and friends think this is kind of a stupid thing that you're doing, or think that it's just kind of this fairy tale that you're living, listen to that, and maybe that should change your mind. Really, it's best to follow what others expect you to do. If they don't like your stories, then you should just stop writing them. And if your partner or your parents or other people close to you think it's kind of silly that you're following this writing dream, then you should listen to them and probably go do something else, most likely something you really don't want to do. And the 10th way to completely regret your writing life is to stay in your comfort zone. Never do anything that makes you feel afraid or uncomfortable or like you're stretching yourself. You really just want to be yourself, which means yourself as you are right now. You shouldn't step outside your comfort zone, because then that might make you uncomfortable, and you should prioritize comfort above all things. So you shouldn't get feedback on your writing. You should believe your writing is perfect just the way it is, because that's the most comfortable belief to have. Never hire a book coach or an editor, because they might make you feel uncomfortable with their edits or suggestions. And certainly don't try anything new when it comes to building your author platform or marketing your work, because it might not work and that would make you uncomfortable. It's best to just do what you've always done, or better yet, not to do anything at all. And then finally, the one bonus way I have for you to make sure that you regret your writing life is to have absolutely no vision for where your writing life is going. Just let yourself be tossed about by whims. Maybe you think you should do this today and then that tomorrow. Just whatever happens to strike you in the moment, that's what you should go do. Or, even better, listen to what other people tell you to do. Especially other people that don't know what they're talking about. It's best to listen when they tell you to go do this or to go do that. And then whether that has anything to do with your writing vision doesn't matter, because you don't have a writing vision. So you just go and do what they tell you to do, thinking that that's going to work out for you. It's really not worth it to journal about what you want in your writing life and what you think is a definition of success as a writer. Certainly not worth it to try to formulate a plan or set goals or anything like that. Why bother with that? That's for losers. Much better to have no vision at all and just to go willy-nilly wherever the fates take you. So that's my 10 plus 1 bonus ways to make sure you absolutely regret your writing life. And if you want to make sure you regret your writing life, you should absolutely not subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications bell so you know the next time I put a video out. Nor should you go to my site writingwellness.com and sign up so that you can get the next free newsletter full of helpful information like this. See you next time.